you're setting yourself up for failure, and you're going to need a lot more talent and skill and resources to make a wall so compelling that somebody forgets as to where they were trying to go in the first place. Hi, let's talk about marketing, shall we? What makes content marketing different from most forms of what we think of as marketing and advertising? And why is it in many ways more effective? I think the answer comes down to a pretty simple framework that I came up with a few weeks back. I call this framework interruption versus destination marketing. Let's think about it. We've probably all heard somebody say before that they hate marketing, or that all marketers are sleazy, or that all marketers are hacks, advertising's terrible, they're tricking us into buying things that we don't need, they're making up new needs for us even. Have you ever stopped to think, why do we all hate marketers? I would see one example of a company trying to promote their product and then another company trying to promote their product on the exact same platform, often using the exact same medium, such as Google search ads or, our classic blog posts that we all know and love. And yet one of them would be extremely useful and I think, oh, this is fantastic. And sometimes I'd even consider buying the product. And other times I'd look at it and be like, oh my God, it's this garbage again. They're just trying to shove their product down my throat. Why does this happen? If both things are blog posts, or if both things are tweets, or LinkedIn posts, or webinars, what have you, why is it that one of these makes us angry and frustrated and irritated, and afterwards we want nothing to do with this product or the company promoting it at all, while the other is interesting and makes us curious and can develop loyalty and sales and do all the things that good marketing is supposed to do? Honestly, I think a lot of it comes down to when somebody sees that piece of marketing collateral or that advertisement. One easy way to understand this concept is by looking at YouTube videos. Now, if you watch anywhere near as many YouTube videos as I do, you've come across many ads. If you're in the free YouTube plan, then most likely, before watching a video that you've clicked on, you've been shown an ad, or 2, or 3, or apparently 10. And then sometimes you're unlucky enough that while you're watching the video, you get another ad in the middle. These are placed by YouTube itself, and we all hate them. And that is why I, among many other people, pay for YouTube Premium, because I don't want to see that stuff. But even if you're on YouTube Premium like me, you still see ads, I assume, because so many YouTubers have sponsorships. And the sponsorship, what does it actually look like? Well, most of the time it looks a little like this. Somebody starts a video, they do their introduction, they tell you all about what they're going to do, and then suddenly they're doing their sponsor ad read. They say, it's time for this video's sponsor, or let's talk about today's sponsor. And sometimes they might be in a different outfit, or it might be a different set to help you, click through. Sometimes they're doing it all in one take and it's in the exact same location and it just looks the same as the rest of the video. But somewhere in the middle there's an interruption where the YouTuber starts talking about a product that has sponsored them. And we've all seen these ads, so we've all seen some of the companies that sponsor YouTubers most often, like HelloFresh or NordVPN or what have you. How does it make you feel when a YouTuber does their ad read? Because I personally hate them and I skip them, and I'm very glad when a YouTuber indicates, visually that you can skip this part because I'm wearing a different outfit, because it makes it easier to skip through, because I never watch these ads. I assume a lot of you are like that too. That is the marketing that we're all used to and that we all know and hate. Why do we hate it? For example, I've bought HelloFresh before. My family was on a HelloFresh subscription for multiple months. They have wonderful recipes. We absolutely love the product, and we just got tired of not being able to make our own things, so we stopped it for now, but we're happy to return at some point, probably. So why do I get angry every time I see a HelloFresh ad in a YouTube video? The answer is extremely simple. When does the ad happen? It happens when you're trying to watch a video. Whether it's the sponsorship read by a YouTuber themselves embedded within the video, or YouTube trying to show you ads because you're on the free plan, in either case, the ad is interrupting. It's getting in the way of the thing that you were trying to do in the first place. You were trying to watch a video by a YouTuber that you like or with a title that you thought was intriguing. And the ad is delaying that. The ad is getting in the way of it. It's most annoying when it's right in the middle of a point or in the middle of the argument rather than at the very beginning or at the very end, because you have to wait for this thing to go away, or you have to make it go away before you can do the thing that you came there to do. Why is it any wonder that it's not that effective? if the ad is already making you angry, just by its mere existence, before you even see what the product is or what they have to say, no matter how good or funny that ad read is, you're probably not going to want to buy that product. It's going to be very hard for you to want to do that. The only reason I bought HelloFresh is because I guess I developed Stockholm Syndrome, but I'm sure there's so many people that see those ads and are not paying any attention to it whatsoever. And I'm sure there's many products out there that I might have considered otherwise, but because this is the format in which I'm exposed to them, I don't want to learn more at all. So this is what I call interruption marketing, and that's how most advertisements work. You're going from point A, you want to do a thing. That might be, I want to be entertained by watching silly Jubilee videos. Or it might be education. I would like to learn how to use my new Sony Alpha 7 IV camera and figure out what the heck metering is and what all the metering modes mean. So you go on YouTube and you go either into your feed or into your subscriptions or into a search bar to find entertainment or education and an answer to your question. When you click on a video, that video is your point B. It's the destination that you're trying to arrive at in that moment. You're going from desire to do a thing to here's the thing that you want to watch or engage with to get there. And where's the ad? The ad is a nice little wall in between you and the thing that you want or the thing that you want to engage with. A lot of marketing essentially comes down to spending a lot of time and money and resources on making that wall be as pretty and compelling as possible. They put posters all over it. They say, hey, here's a discount. Hey, here are all the cool features. Hey, if you want this thing, go over there, click there. This is a product. Go get it. Here's the discount code. Or, they might get more creative. They might embellish it. They might make the wall itself extremely entertaining, the equivalent of painting a beautiful mural on it. But no matter what you do, it's still a wall. It's still in the way of the thing you actually want. Yeah, there's a chance your wall is so exciting that becomes a new destination itself. But isn't that a kind of a crazy uphill battle? Why are brands putting themselves out there like that? You're setting yourself up for failure, and you're going to need a lot more talent and skill and resources to make a wall so compelling that somebody forgets as to where they were trying to go in the first place. Or, you can make the wall even more annoying by adding more ads like YouTube has done, or by plastering a web page with banner ads and pop-ups everywhere being like, hey, look at me. It's still a wall. People don't like walls that stand in the way of the things they want. Now, is there another way? Yes, that is destination marketing. Most content marketing and most of the work that my agency tends to do falls into this second camp. So how does content marketing work then, and why is it effective? Instead of trying to build a big, beautiful wall in between your potential prospective customer who has a desire and a piece of content that they want to watch or engage with in other ways, you forget about that wall entirely. You insert yourself into this equation in a different way. You become point B. All of content marketing essentially boils down to making a destination that is compelling enough for people to want to go to it, right? So you make content, whether it's video, audio, text, smell-based, what have you, but usually content on the internet, that people will want to consume anyway, just because they want to. You make content that people want to consume, whether you made it or anyone else made it, whether that's another company or not a company at all. Think about it this way. What do you watch? What do you engage with? Do you really care that it's made by an individual or by a company? Chances are you probably don't. A lot of media companies, they have a business agenda. We still like the stuff they put out. There's some fantastic guides out there that I've read that I didn't even notice that they were by a company because they were so helpful. This framework is, instead of trying to build the best, most beautiful, most engaging, most effective interruption in the world, you forget about that. You stop trying to embed yourself in the middle, in the way of something your customers want. Instead, you make the stuff that they want in the first place. It's longer, it's harder. It means you have to be entertaining and educational. It means that you have to learn from things that people want to consume anyway, like traditional media, traditional entertainment, influencer content that people like to watch, education. It's hard, but it's a lot more compelling. And if you think about it, it's extremely simple as to why it's more compelling. When you're doing your marketing through interruptions, and when you're focusing on that wall, your prospective customer sees your brand with negative emotions already associated with it. They hate interruptions. All of us hate interruptions. So we're not primed to listen to your message. While If you focus on making a destination for them that answers a question they have or satisfies some other need, they will want to be there. They're seeking you out. They want this answer. They want this entertainment. So when they come across your name, your brand's name, your product, your prospective customers are already a lot more likely to listen and to like what you have to say. So why are you shooting yourself in the foot? The best marketing doesn't really look like it's marketing at all. Every time you make a Google search, every time you look for a video, try to notice what's written by a company, what's written by an individual or somebody independent. How much of a difference does it make? When are you annoyed? When are you happy? When do you actually decide to learn more? To go back to our YouTube example, the destination marketing framework is something more like the videos that Thomas Frank makes. Thomas Frank is an educational YouTuber who has a second channel called Thomas Frank Explains, where he does a lot of videos about Notion. Notion is a product, and I've actually seen recently Cody Ko do a traditional Interruption ad read for Notion, and the contrast couldn't have been more stark. Cody's reading from a script. He's interrupting the video we're trying to watch. Even I was annoyed, and I love Notion. I have Notion stickers on this computer in front of me, but I didn't care what he had to say. Probably neither did most people. While Thomas Frank makes videos about how to use Notion and what using Notion might do for you and why it's cool. The entire video is about the product. It's a lot more indirect, but he's promoting the product just as much, if not more, yet people are watching it, yet people get into it. I got way more into Notion because of his videos. In fact, that's why I'm so obsessed with it now, because when I was building my business a year ago, I came across his second channel and I thought, oh right, Notion, I've used it before, it's awesome. Let me figure out how I can do everything out of it. And now I'm like married to this software. I don't think that would have happened if the first thing I came across a year ago when I was looking for a tool to run my business would have been the Cody Ko ad read. So let me compel you. Rethink your marketing. Are you building walls or are you making destinations? You know which one you should work on.